Talking about everyday carry, let's talk about some EDC products which comes in all sort of shapes and sizes, and especially the budget. But the biggest misconception is the more expensive the item, the better it is. But that is not the case, because here in this bag I have 10 EDC items that would really make a difference to your life if you carry them daily, but they cost less than 1000 rupees. Coming up in this video, let's go. Hi, my name is Ayan. On this channel I help you find the right tools for your daily life adventures, and right tools doesn't have to be super expensive. They just have to add a bit of a value to your everyday life, so that when you are carry them and you are putting them in your EDC, they actually make a difference in your life. They actually help you, support you in whatever way possible. And that is why today I want to showcase you 10 everyday carry items and also one bonus item right here in the bag that will actually add so much value when you put them in your EDC, and that still costs under 1000 rupees. So I'm gonna randomly put my hand inside and pick one item, and hopefully I won't cut myself because we're talking about everyday carry, right? So alright, here we are. So the first item is this one, and what is this? This one is a ratcheting screwdriver. So this is the one that I picked from Miniso in Kuala Lumpur way back in 2019, I think, when I went to there for the first time. And I don't know if it's available in India, but I think definitely there will be some replaceable, some similar one available from Amazon. I'm gonna find that. I'll put the link in the description. So the reason I like them is because of this ratcheting functionality. That means when you're using it, the screwdriver, it has this ratcheting built in, so you don't have to do all sort of mechanical movements and make it hard for bringing the screws out. You can just use the physics and do the ratcheting thing, and the screw will come out really easy. So it works both ways. So it works on this side, and if you want to unscrew this, then you have to put this on the other side, and then it will work on the other side as well. If you don't want the ratcheting mechanism, then you have to put it in between, and then you see there is no ratcheting, so you can still use it as a normal screwdriver. And once you pull this one back, you can remove this one. So from the flatted side, now you get the side where you get the Phillips head, and now you can use the Phillips head screwdriver as well. So it's a really good small tool that you can add to your everyday carry. You can put it to your home toolkit, and definitely not gonna disappoint you. So also pulling it back, you can also increase and decrease the length of the screw bit driver, and that makes it a really versatile tool. You can put it in your everyday carry. You can also put it in your home toolkit. It shouldn't cost more than 600-700 rupees for a really good set, and I'm gonna find the link and put it in the description below. But yeah, that was the first item, a ratcheting screwdriver. Alright, let's find the next item, and without cutting my hand, no, not this one, this is for the last. The next thing that I recommend under 1000 rupees EDC is a good pair of in-ear monitors, and I cannot highly recommend you enough that if you're listening to music on your AirPods or any other wireless earbud, then definitely give in-ear monitor a try. This will change your experience. This will give you a best quality of listening experience wherever possible. And this one is the KZ Caster, and I have done some modification over here. I have actually made a full video on my music streaming everyday carry setup. Then you can definitely watch it out. The link will be in the description below. But over here, these are the in-ear monitor. In-ear monitor can cost anywhere between 200 rupees to all the way up to 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. So there is no limit, but I would highly recommend then start with a good budget of 1000 rupees. There is a great YouTube channel called Headphone Zones, which makes videos on in-ear monitor. And the one that I have over here is the KZ Casters. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, these are the in-ear monitor. This one also comes with a dip switch, so you can make it more bassy, more treble and mids and whatnot, V-shape patterns. And because I'm also using a DAC, but I won't recommend it because it's a really expensive device. But without using a DAC, if your phone or any streaming device has a 3.5mm jack, then definitely use an in-ear monitor. And it's a great new world. If you have never heard music in in-ear monitor, you cannot really miss this one out. You have to try it out. The detail, the sound quality, everything is really incredible, and the wireless earphones and headphones cannot match this out. So that was my second recommendation, a good pair of in-ear monitor under the budget of 1000 rupees. Moving ahead, let's see what else we have over here. So yeah, this one is a really good multi-tool. This one is the Stanley Fatmax, and if you know about the EDC multi-tools, many people would recommend a Leatherman, but Leatherman can cost anywhere between 10,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees, and you don't need Leatherman for a lot of different things, especially if you're not doing a lot of different outdoor activities, a lot of different repair work. So a good replacement that I can recommend is the Stanley Fatmax. So as you can see, it's a very compact multi-tool, and it has a spring-loaded pliers. To deploy that, you just have to do this action, and then you have the spring-loaded pliers, and it's a really high quality. It has never disappointed me for whatever I have thrown on this one. And then it has a plethora of multi-tools. For example, there is this pocket knife which also has this serrated blade, and this one comes with a lock mechanism. So very nice. Then you have pry bars. You have all sort of different things. You have screwdrivers, you have scales, and similarly on the other side you have screwdrivers, Phillips head, and you also get a scissor over here like this, which is a decent scissor. It is not really bad. So yeah, I highly recommend you pick this one out. Whenever there's a sale going on, you can find it as low as 800 rupees, but usually it retails for around 1000 or a little bit over. So yeah, highly recommend a Stanley Fatmax. If you have never had a spring-loaded plier before, then definitely check it out. Alright, moving ahead, let's also recommend one of my tool, which is the APX tool Raava. But if you don't want to get the Raava, then pick up any box cutter under 1000 rupees. That would really change your experience. Nowadays, we're getting a lot of packages from Amazon, Flipkart, पूरा दिन unboxing चलती रहती है. So that means you don't have to spoil your good quality pocket knife, and I highly recommend that you pick out a box cutter. So this one is a utility blade, comes with an SK5 and the replaceable. You can find a lot of different blades. You can also find different quality of blade, different material, different shapes, like the hook blade, which is really my favorite. And I have made a full video on different box cutters, so you can also check it out. The link will be in the description below. But yeah, it's a multi-tool. You have a carabiner, you have a hex range, you also have a bottle opener right in the front. So yeah, a Raava is a great multi-tool. You can find it for 950 rupees. And sometimes there are some coupon codes sprinkled here and there if you're part of my community. So definitely, if you can find it down, do pick up the APX tool Raava. Moving towards the next EDC item, I recommend everyone to add in their carry is a mouth freshener spray, and this one is by Pahwa. I think it comes in 2 different flavors. This one is the mint, and I highly recommend you pick this one up because this one keeps your breath fresh, and also whenever you're going out, you should have this in your pocket. Either this or any sort of a mint candy or something like that. I always have that with me, and Pahwa is an Indian company, so definitely we can support them as well. This one comes just for 200 rupees, so not that much. In fact, you can actually pick 5 of them in the budget that we set for the video. Alright, moving ahead, let's see what we have over here. Again, not that one, that's for the last. Alright, this is something that I recently picked for my picnic EDC. So this one is actually a dual spoon/fork combo. So oftentimes whenever you are traveling, whenever you are going out on the picnic, you need to have some sort of cutlery, and having different cutlery like different spoons, fork and knife, they take a lot of different space. So what I recently found, someone in the EDC community carrying something like this, and then I went to Amazon and then I also find that it's also available. So I think this one is for 250 rupees. You get a pair of this, so you have 2 forks and 2 spoons, and make it a great everyday carry, especially if you're going on a picnic, especially if you're going on a travel. So you can use this as a handle, and then you can eat your fruits, and then you can use this as a handle, and then you can eat your soup or whatever you want to do. So really interesting latest find in the EDC, and definitely adding them in my picnic everyday carry. I also wish that they make one version which is a bit smaller. That would be even better. But yeah, that's the one for now. The link will be in the description below. Alright, I'm getting a bit nervous, so let me quickly take this one out without cutting my knife. So this one is a pocket knife by Solganak Decathlon. This one is called Axis 85, and this one retails for around 700 rupees. If you have never carried a pocket knife before, then I highly recommend carry it for 2 weeks, and it will definitely change your life in a good possible way. And I'm not joking, you can carry it for 2 weeks and then we can have a chat. So the one knife that I recommend for someone who has never carried a knife is this one, Axis 85 by Decathlon, a great pocket knife. I've actually changed some things over here. For example, I have done some acid wash and stone wash. You don't have to do it. But for 700 rupees, you cannot go wrong with this. You can actually put some lanyards over here, some leather lace or some paracord with the beads and whatnot. So yeah, if you're in the market for a new pocket knife and you don't have much budget, then definitely go for the Axis 85 by Decathlon. Just a couple of more things over here. The next thing that I like to recommend is a solid perfume, especially if you're a frequent air traveler. Then I won't recommend you carry with you a liquid perfume bottle because that irritates your co-passenger. So always in my everyday carry for airport, for flight, I always recommend having a solid perfume. This one is by Sawyer, by a company called EM5. You can find them on Amazon, and I think this one costs around 250 rupees or 300 rupees for one, which is not really bad. You actually get them in pair. It's like a slide tin. You slide it back, use your finger, and then apply it anywhere you want, and keeps you fresh, keeps your co-passengers really comfortable, and you don't stink wherever you go. Also fits in a small jeans pocket, so definitely a must recommend for even everyday carry. If you want that one, the link will be in the description below. Alright, the next item under $1,000 in the list is again from the APX tool, and this one is the APX tool Ruin, especially in the summer season when you want to consolidate your EDC. Because I'm wearing shorts, I'm wearing pajamas, I don't want my pocket to be jingling with different multiple EDC items. There is a good way to organize your EDC, and that is Ruin. So over here you can see I have having multiple things. I have a Gerber knife which fits in really well in the front, and I have a small submarine pen that also fits in right over here. On the back I have my few business cards. You can also carry a credit card or debit card if you want, and I can also slap some Ranger eye patches. So this one is a Ranger eye patch for Raava because it's also carrying our Raava. The box cutter over here, look, surprise. But you can use this one to carry some cash, and then you can use this pocket to carry some additional cards or cash, whatever you prefer. And then it can fold in very easily and touch button, and it goes in your front pocket or back pocket, wherever you like. The APX tool Ruin, just for 950 rupees. It's a great EDC organizer. Alright, the last item I want to recommend under EDC is a collapsible backpack. So this is again by Decathlon. Whenever I'm going out and I'm not really sure that if I buy something, maybe some groceries, maybe some extra item, then I take this small backpack with me. This one is the 10-liter version, and then you can see I can use this one to carry a lot of different things. For example, some groceries, some tomatoes. Whenever my wife calls, whenever I'm going out and I want to buy something, then this is always something that stays with me in my car, and it has a zipper over here like this. So you can use it to carry different items up to 10 liter. You can use it as a backpack, which I won't recommend unless you want to look like a joker. It's so small that you can't even see in my face. Like, you can just quickly roll it out and then it's on. So yeah, that was the last recommendation, but wait for the bonus item, because for the bonus item, I want to recommend this thing. And what is this? Well, I'm glad you asked, because this is something that I'm using a lot lately to take some photos, to take videos on the go. And I don't really like carrying big tripods with me, so this one comes to the rescue. And this thing is called a claw mount. So basically how it works is you unscrew it like this, you find a pole, you find a bamboo, and you put it over there, and then you tighten it back again. And then you use this one to frame the angle, to frame your shot. You put your phone over here. It can go vertical, it can also go horizontal. So a lot of different things. It's like an octopus, it's like a hydra. You can mix and match different angles, and whatever shot you want to take, it will definitely help you if you can just find the right pole nearby. So that's the last recommendation, the bonus recommendation, the claw mount along with the phone mount. This one is from Ulanzi. This one sells for as low as 1000 rupees to as expensive as 5000 rupees. So definitely look out for the quality, look out for the reviews before you're picking this one. But I can highly recommend this one if you are into photography, if you're into videography, and even if you're making dancing reels. I'm no one to judge, so it's totally up to you. So yeah, that was the bonus item, and that also concludes the video of my 10 everyday carry item under 1000 rupees budget. I really hope you like this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this one. But before you go, do check out this video where I showcase all the urban EDC item that should be in your arsenal, and this video where I showcase how you can customize your everyday carry gear to make it more personalized, because who don't want that? Thank you for staying the very end. I'm gonna see you in the next one.